Hello everyone and welcome back to Sleepy Hollow. No, we are not having a helicopter. It is rather the remnants of a former working functional helicopter. This is our town center right now and it was just a nice addition, I think. We cannot really fly around here. Now we have a big problem, and that is a winter storm is approaching right now. We do actually need to hurry up. I already have my firewood production up and running. We got the first 22 firewood in. There's no consumption yet, so we will be able to use this one. By the way, since this is going to be my first winter storm ever, can we use it then in the tents itself? We'll just see about that. So we should have a firewood somehow here. We can see this somewhere. Well, what we definitely need is a burner. So this one heats during the winter storm, only during the winter storm, and it requires firewood. We do have the materials for that, and it will require 4 per 24 hours. That is a really nice statistics that we have there. So since we have more than 20, we could at least survive 5 days with the firewood that we have already. So I don't think the winter storm is going to last longer than this. And let's go ahead and have it heating. So we should be seeing what is requiring heating during the winter storm. So at least the tents do require heating and also a bit of my industry. So let's go ahead and have the first one, yeah, probably right here where we can squeeze it into the midst of all of these buildings here. The thing is, yeah, we do have an inner radius, right, and then an outer radius, so that should be fine too. And we definitely also want to have a second burner then for these guys here. I think the last that I checked, I think the medical tent does not require a heating or a burner, but let's just go ahead and build it there anyway, right? So this is also going to consume. And then also water collector and fishing pier, also both of them needed. But, and that's the thing, the lake is probably going to freeze. So in that case, we will probably not have these functioning here anyway. Right, so I'm just going to keep it like that. We do have a very full water storage that really should get us cracking there. So we consume 29 water per day right now. So that is really not that much in comparison. And also food is fine. So I don't think that this is going to be a major problem. What is a major problem though is that we are running out of clothes completely. Right, so we have only 1 cloth left. We do have 12 fiber. My tailor is working, but not very quickly so. Probably should upgrade it in the future to have a bit more clothing available. But yeah, that's it, right? Let's build those 2 for now. They're really cheap, so in that case we can just also get rid of them again, because I don't expect next winter storm that so quickly. But of course, there we have it. Number 1. Does it require workforce? No, it does not. It just will have storage. That is now building up, and in here then we can use it for burning. And there's the other burner also finished. Let's also have a quick look at my specialists that are out in the world. I think she is where, there she is with the plane.
Found something.
We can follow this quest now. The plane looks like an older model airliner. Its fuselage is snapped clean in half. Both wings are mangled and partly overgrown with vegetation next to a large crater. Skeletal remains can be seen from the underbrush. It's possible to grab quite a lot of stuff, especially if trampling over the deceased. Show respect. So far, every good decision that I've had was actually a successful decision. So let's go ahead and show respect. And well, we do get 40 components and 40, I think it is, parts. Yes, showing restraints and great care, the specialist goes through the plane's fuselage. It's a grim and silent duty, knowing that so many lost their lives to this very spot. The whole will help the colonists back home. The respect shown to the remains makes the colonists happy. We also get a hope boost out of that. And this is really a nice loot that we got there, because this is a loot that we can use for the electricity production then later. I think, yeah, let's actually get the loot home. Over here, first contact. There we also have the first settlers now, Lushton. They're cautious to us, right? So we can see them now here, and they would actually have trade offers for science. There are 74 souls that live there, and we would need a trade center now to start trading with them. There's also some components here with minor damage, with minor difficulty, and then there will also have some fun boxes for entertainment. Let's continue just and get over there. This looks very developed over here, by the way. Lots of structures. And then we still have also the scavenging of this nuclear power plant has been completed. We took some damage, but have lots of science points. Very good. And we continue then onwards. Now, since we already have now some buildings that would require outposts, we could go ahead now, unlock the outpost depots used for establishing and maintaining an outpost on the world map. And I think research also counts for that. So let's go ahead and research the frontier outposts that we can then build. Before I forget it, let's actually also build a second medical tent again. So we got the first one here, and we could have the second one right next to it, and I think that would be a good decision. So we can have it then here, and in between we just have the outhouse down, right? And there we have the next medical tent, which is not the final version of it, by the way. So there is a better building coming, and I'm waiting for this. And there's the winter storm. It's getting really cold now. Temperature is critical. Keep the colony heated. So now my burners are working, creating heat in the area, especially for my tents. Very important. The colony square is not working now. It looks very frozen. Also here, there's nothing. Probably we should... I mean, there's no indication, unfortunately, to that. Oh, also, another moon rock is coming down. I'm probably going to disable now my lumber yards, right? So they should not work. Same for the scrapper and for my logging camps. We do have enough firewood anyway. And also my tool shop. We do have 13 tools available. I'm going to do it like that, so there's no occupancy for this now, and the burners will just keep everything else heated. We don't want to have them working in the cold out there. And by the way, there's still some moon rocks left. One more. That's it. And this burner should do a nice job here. Also, the school continues to work then. Right, the next medical tent should be finished now. There it is. And we can also put someone in, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sick people now again with all that cold.
There are survivors at the gate.
Oh, that's the perfect weather to be out there. Yeah, adult, children, and 3 elders. I mean, of course we're taking them, but this is a bit of a risk here because they're probably going to be sick. They have some antibiotics with them, some clothing, and we don't have really all the housing for them yet. So I do need to go ahead. And I would really not like to build the tents anymore, but rather the shanties now. And the shanties don't require metal, something that we don't have. So I was actually not in the mood for building this. We do need another tent, right? There's no way around that. Yeah, let's build another tent for now. To give some of them housing. And the second one also here. Just by the gates. Alright, also my frontier outpost has been finished, so we can look at the next search. And I do have it. Bartering. Your colony is not the only one in the world. Other societies are still out there, and this will unlock us the trade center, exactly what we need since we found our first other colonization. It will also further work then to get concrete into my settlement, so the concrete scavenger. And with that, concrete buildings and also concrete streets. So, pretty good stuff. Alright, one of my colonists, Leah. Oh, another very hostile area. We should better stay away from that for now. Let's go over there. There's still some stuff that we can research. This here is looking very bad. So this is actually I think a pretty strong one, right? Yep, Nomad Master at Arms, Wolfgang Packmaster. So there we have some very high level enemies. And I will need some better specialists for that. And the next tents are finished. Should also receive some heating. And a group of colonists have found something extraordinary in the nearby forest. They bring out a beautiful relic, sparkling golden light. The colonists are convinced that this is a sign of good fortune, and they want to have a ceremony in its honor. Alright. And we get some 10 happiness and some minor hope boost. Next research after our bartering and trade post is the flushing. I would like to continue down here to the hazmat engineering now. That will allow us to get rid of the pollution on the map and thus free up a lot more building space. Also, it will unlock us the weapon crafting that we can use then to create better units against the bandits and also against attacks. The flushing using water in the outhouse, it upgrades the outhouse to the toilet, and the toilet will also not consume any, or will also not produce any pollution anymore then. So this is a pretty good upgrade that we have. Ooh, it's cold out there. We get some injured colonists there from time to time, but nothing severe at the moment. I think we're doing pretty well. Let's have a look at my burners. They're still having enough firewood, right? So only 4 have been consumed so far. I mean, I have no idea how long that winter storm is lasting. Hopefully not too long. We could assign 1 to the logging camp, that we still produce some. Actually, it's paused, right? It's paused because there's no one in. Ah, okay, very good. I think they... Nah, okay, they work. Even during that. Even though they're not heated fully. And by the way, my metal, the scrappers that we have there, full enough. Perfect. Alright. Specialists. There is something over here with minor damage. But 300. Probably take it. Yep. Let's take that. Science. And over here, nothing, unfortunately.
Okay.
We continue upwards. And that's it. Oh, and Stella has also arrived and can return to the map with the components and the parts that we have now in the storage den.
Yes? Uh-huh.
There she is. And let's get over there. There's nothing here yet. Alright. The storm is getting actually intensified. And as we can see, the whole colony turns now white. Might also be Christmas upon us. Also, the flushing should be completed now any second. There you go. Flushing. We can use it then in our toilets right away for some upgrades. Right now they're causing a bit of pollution. Right, there we have it. And what's the upgrade cost? 10 metals, 15 plastics and 20 planks. It will also then consume permanently 2 water. Right, so we do need to make sure that we always have enough water then available. Also, there's the outpost depot and the trade center. Both of them lots of metal that we don't have at the moment. What I do have is 140 more research points. I think though, yeah, we do need 250 in order to continue, so I'm waiting on more science. What I can do here, since there's a storm and I cannot really do that much, I can continue here with my main road. Just over here. And we could also have then the street continuing over there, and this is probably going to be a bigger street then as well. And here I would probably like to have then my cookhouse. There you go. So a nice inn that we have then here. But 45 metal once again is something I cannot afford right now. The next berries have been depleted. Yeah, we still have some. I think the stockpile is really not functional anymore. But we still have a steady supply of wood thanks to my lumberyard. My burners, they're full on firewood again because my firewood cutter is working. Very good. I just hope that the winter storm is over soon. And the next quest is already upon us again. Beyond tomorrow, more than 2 decades have passed from the events that plunged the world into the apocalypse. Catastrophes sweep through the land on a regular basis, instilling fear amongst the people who try to start anew. Many believe in the old saying that to build a better future it is important to understand the past. Answers to what really happened and how the colony can be protected from another downfall can be only found from the wasteland. And this starts a main quest.
What started as a natural disaster of cosmic origin led to the downfall that swept through civilization. Nations fell, and remaining factions fought over power and resources until there were no armies left to command.
And as the fear for the future grows among the people, many share grim tales about the horrors they've endured. Should something similar ever happen, the people here have very little to protect themselves from it. The world outside is unpredictable, but there is no other way than to go deep into the wasteland. This time, it is better prepared than ever before. We need to arrange an expedition to investigate the site. So it's probably then somewhere out there. There it is. I think we have someone close by. Yep. Stella, you can go for it. We find out what's actually going on there. I think I would like my other colonists though to continue working. Ah yeah, there we can also see it. Frozen, so both of them are not functional right now. We still have a nice water surplus though. And in this case here, I probably would like to have a burner for these areas, because as the winter storm is really taking its time, I don't want my industry to be idle so long, right? I'm just going to have a burner here that is affecting my lumberyard there as well. So that we can keep those people working. Also, my scrappers urgently need to get me more metal. It's taking way too long then otherwise. That will hopefully work again. And we don't have any fiber as well. Because the hunter is not working right now. But the hunter? Yeah, no, they really don't have anything. But there we have it. Another burner. Just need some firewood. Alright, also we get a lot of sick right now. So I'm going to boost my medical tents by adding a second person to it. And this will greatly increase the healing rate. And thus speed up the amount of people that we can heal.
We've reached a milestone.
And we also got another milestone because we healed so many people. Right, Stellar is ready for work on the main quest.
Specialists push deeper into the wasteland through meteor craters, irradiated ghost towns, and lifeless forests. There is not much that has remained unaffected.
And a few tall structures are still standing here and there. This tower looks sturdy enough to get a better look at the surrounding area from the top. After a while the fog clears out and something large can be spotted in the midst of a distant forest. It appears there is a roof of a large structure of some sort that looms over the treetops. Alright, do we see something? Investigate the structure. There it is.
Not gonna work.
Alright, let's get over there. Samuel was born, and Eleanor is also now an adult. Very good. Metal is also coming in again. The same goes with my production, but I think we are getting a lot of sick right now because of the because I let them work during winter storms, but I need it. I need everything that I can get out of it, especially my metal there. And we have a lot of food, right? But only a lot of raw food. So now we have the materials to also afford us a cookhouse. And I would really like to do this. This will consume a firewood though, right? But we have enough of that as well to create meals out of it. I think this is a good location. I think people go there directly then, right? And also eat something. So let's have this a bit central. Central because, of course, the city will be spanning all across this region there. And I'm not intending to build another one in the foreseeable future. I would love a move mode. Really. This would be perfect. It's not very realistic, but it's just such a huge quality feature. I would love to just move buildings around rather than having to destroy them all the time. Another one was born. We are getting to our capacity again. So I cannot really do that much here. And we're out of resources too. Planks we produce. Firewood. There's still some firewood in it. Yeah. It's bad right now. How long does this winter storm last? And two colonists are arguing over a rusty metal box which lays on the ground between them. They both claim ownership over the coins inside. The man for finding the box and the woman for getting the lock open. There are plenty of coins inside, enough to considerably help the entire colony if needed. Yeah, we confiscated for the colony, of course. This will give us some unhappiness, but that's okay. And also some hope loss, but I don't care. They found it, it doesn't belong to them.
All done.
And more research points. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And we continue.
Yep. Mission complete.
We also found something. Found boxes, some pills. Antibiotics. We're going to need that, so let's scavenge that. She's good at scavenging stuff. Since we barely have any sick, so only 3, and we can heal them rather quickly, I would really like to continue to have my other buildings functioning again, so my recycler. My hunting cabin for sure. It's just taking too long. Let's move the work area for the hunting cabin though, where it is a bit more efficient. No good efficiency over there. We would have some 70% here. 50. 80. Oh yeah, that's looking good. 90% efficiency. It's a bit further away, but efficiency matters, of course. And we do need the fiber. Next up, my logging camps. It's fine. Scrapper is also functional, no money again. And we do get the metal back in. There we have some sick person. Or a child, actually. Robin. And we also get to the main quest building again. Beyond tomorrow, as the specialists arrive at the clearing, they discover that whatever the structure is, it was left unfinished. Sun-bleached remains of construction workers are scattered around the ruins. It's unclear what the structure is, but its foundation go deep underground, and the sheer size of it is awe-inspiring. Word of the unidentified building reaches the colony, and an excited conversation starts up as people scramble to voice their theories on this purpose. We need more information. And I guess we find this in another... Go to the colony cape. Oh, to my colony gate. And investigate the sites on the wall.
All sorts of buildings. But this structure is something not even those who remember the time before can recall having...
A very strange structure that we cannot really identify at the moment. And investigate further. There is the next structure, close to one of mine. So once she's done, Nadia, with the scavenging of the antibiotics, we can scout that structure. While Stellar this time continues though over there. Because we still of course want to find more research especially. Lena is done medicals. We are pretty full on that though. There is a motel, so another outpost would be possible here to permanently produce clothes, or actually very good clothes to the high quality stuff. And we just continue scouting. So very good. We got some outpost locations already that we can use then. Once I can go for the outpost, that is. The cookhouse has everything now, and there it is finished. It needs now water. We have that. Max was also born, and Plains of Sorrow. An old civilian airfield was recently rediscovered from this region. A story worth mentioning is the part it played during the Wars of Succession after the central government fell apart. During that time, it was used by the Air Force, who still desperately tried to fend off the rivaling factions, who tried to take advantage of the situation. One of the most intense battles was fought while the airfield was finally overwhelmed. Since it is a stage for one of the major battles in this area, there can still be something worth scavenging. Yep, alright, let's do this. Once again, this is also a quest that we have on the world map. For the cookhouse, I think we do need a water pipe system, so we can research the water pipe. It's number 1 here, and it also costs me only 100 research points, and with that we can lay out water pipes on the ground to lead them to these buildings here, because this needs access to the water network. Quickly check it out. This is new, right? Because last time it was not needing that, but okay. We can provide this, and then the cookhouse should function again. Now let's just hope that temperatures are getting a bit better again. It's been a long time now, really. Also taking some energy here to keep those burners alive. But at least my normal productions are working again. A bit of fibers coming in, right? And I hope that my hunters are successful again soon. Let's also start constructing the first shanty. So probably somewhere over here, where we still have some space between the heater and stuff like that. It will also then be able to be heated, and we can add a second one right next to it then later. Costing me quite a bit though, so we need to be careful by how many of them we build at the same time. And there is also the water pipes now that have we researched. Okay, we can squeeze one of these water towers in right here. They don't have a very long range, right? So this is the maximum that we can go with. So I'm going to place it right behind my outhouse. And then we can add it to... Oh, this is reducing. Let's have it behind the outhouse directly, like this. We can also then upgrade the outhouse as well, so that it no longer causes pollution. And the water is being stored right behind it, right? So it's also going to need a connection. Also, the winter storm is over. Finally we can go back to our normal life. I think this is a good location here, right? So both of them are connected, and then we also have our cookhouse right behind it. I think this makes sense from that point of view. Very good. Pooh, that was really a long storm. Let's put everyone back to their work. The tool shop can also continue working again. The tailor can work. And also my forester. We definitely need some more trees here now. In this whole area. And by the way, let's use Brock to scout this area. Or I think, wait a second, no, we do need to build a scout tower. This one here. This will clear a bit more area than around here. Let's have this one just here. Beside my metal scraps. That should make this area clear and we can use more of it. Lena, what is with you? Oh, another very hostile area. So we're getting kind of like surrounded now by these. We still have some more stuff to explore over there. That's looking good. Very good. So far we survived. More buildings now on the way. A water system that we implement. And then we should also look out for some trade posts now. And beyond. Stay tuned.